on EA Sports. Today's game features a very active secondary. The Falcons are #1 in forcing interceptions, and they'll be up against the Panthers team that will need to avoid those turnovers.
All right, Larry, thank you very much. It's the National Football League presented by EA Sports. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Carolina Panthers. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. And the Atlanta Falcons. First carry of the game for Christian McCaffrey. And this defense feeling the encouragement. They stop him at the line of scrimmage on the first play of the afternoon. No gain on the play there. Second down. Offense looking to avoid a 3rd and long. It's 2nd and 10. Newton now to throw. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Bud Dupree coming hard on the blitz. He dumps him for a loss of 8. Well, these sacks are really piling up. Last week, it was a half-dozen sacks. And here's one on the opening drive.
And it has the potential to be what we call a gap, a game-altering play. Because, let's face it, you just mentioned 6 sacks last week. Now, if you're on offense and you saw that on tape, you've got to think to yourself, maybe I bring people in, keep them in, and try and protect my quarterback. It didn't work on that play.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Deion Jones, the linebacker. And he's going to return it to the 21-yard line. Well, when you start thinking of guys that are in the mix for Defensive Player of the Year, I think you use him as Exhibit A. Maybe he's not the leading guy right now, but he's at least on the periphery and deserves to be in the discussion.
And because of that, he's looking at a game today where in order to make that big move and maybe become the guy, he needs multiple takeaways, multiple big plays, things that get our attention and reverberate for weeks to come.
They'll throw here. Kaiser. That's caught out left by Perriman. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. 5 yards on the catch there. Brings up 2nd down. So they complete the pass, and now they face a 2nd down. Kaiser to throw it. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Luke Kuechly in there to drop him, and it'll be a loss of about 8. So a tough spot for Kaiser. The sack, and now it's 3rd and long. So the D-line's going to spread out. Now Kaiser. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
This defense is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. It came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
And Myers able to knock it through. And the Falcons are out to a 3-0 advantage. So after the pick, they can't capitalize for 6, but they do get 3.
And I know in this situation, most of us wanted to focus on the offense. You know what side of the ball I played on. Let's give that defense a lot of credit. Taking over in a sudden change situation and shutting them down.
Carolina getting set to take the field. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw.
Well, that play was the very definition of fast, quick, and in a hurry. Suddenly, he was there.
Yeah, blink of an eye. That happened fast and a big sack. So the defense has put them in a tough spot. It's 2nd and long. Now Newton being chased out left. And this turns into disaster. He's not going to get forward progress. That'll be a safety. And you know, the man who sat in my chair the last few years, he has a theory. These plays, these safeties, they're so rare. Maybe they should be worth more than 2, maybe 4 points.
I think he's got a great point. I really do, Brandon. But I would go ahead and up it to 6. I'm a former defender. To me, that's like scoring a touchdown.
Easy now. I'll go 4. I don't know about 6.
Come on. Come up to 6.
A lot of points. Now a play fake here on first down. And he's got his big tight end over the middle, complete. A good pickup there at 22.
There are so many things to watch for when you play defense. And reading your keys, you always hear about that, and having your eyes in the right place. Sometimes your eyes can fool you. How about that play action there? And it sprang the big guy, didn't it?
Able to dump it over the top to him. The former Indiana Hoosier here, Tevin Coleman. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. And after the play on the ground, that brings up 2nd down here. And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run. Kaiser. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he's brought down. It's a 10-yard pickup, and it moves the chains.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the first down.
This is Coleman. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. Yeah, give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
First carry now for Kofrani Muhammad. And he's got some space here. Look at the spin. Touchdown, Falcons. A great play there. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Falcons will extend their lead.
Well, partner, that was another explosive run. And one thing I've learned in our time in this game, yes, the offensive line has to get a lot of credit, but for big runs to occur, the wide receivers have to block well downfield.
And then you have to have a good guy carrying the ball too, right?
Oh, without a doubt. You need that difference maker lugging the rock.
This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line. Here's the Carolina offense as they get ready to take over here. The partner, just looking at some of the struggles they've had this season, the playoffs are not in their future. As they start to peer toward the offseason, what moves might they make?
I think the running back position, and I know we talk all the time about the NFL being a passing league, but the teams that run the ball effectively, they're the ones that go deep into the playoffs and go to the Super Bowl. They have to upgrade here. And you and I both know in recent years in the draft, people have shied away from taking a runner early. But there's that special one there. I say they go get him.
It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs. So the run moves the chains, and here we go on first down. A shotgun snap for Newton. Pressure brought in, and the Falcons get there for the sack. Bud Dupree in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year. To throw on second down is Newton. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. They'll wind up losing 3, and now it's 3rd down.
They threw the screen to the perimeter, but to no benefit at all. Tackled behind the line of scrimmage for a loss of yardage.
And now they're looking for 19 yards here on third down following 2 negative plays. Out of the gun, Newton. Steps away to his left. The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Picked off by Jalen Collins. And they'll start with great field position at the 41-yard line.
I think that interception happened for 2 reasons. Quarterback gets outside the pocket and panics a little bit. And receiver doesn't make sure he's absolutely in an open spot. So there's a guy lurking, took the ball from him.
Yeah, so don't wave your arms, right, as a receiver if you're not wide open.
Got to know that you're open. Otherwise, just don't do it.
Following the interception, Kaiser. He's going to air one out. And oh, it'll be intercepted. Read it well, and it's picked. And a great return as they're finally able to take him down. They told us repeatedly earlier in the week in our meetings, we need some plays from our defense here on the road early. They got one.
And don't think they were above all week long pointing out to their defense that the other defense is rated higher than them. You going to let that happen, guys? Is that how we're going to play? And they responded to the challenge.
And able to get this across the 20 before going out of bounds. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1. Well, you're down early. How do you get back in the game, maybe establish the run? I think they're trying to do that.
Now, I'm with you on that one, and what I like about the message is that there's no panic from the head coach. He's already told his offensive coordinator, let's run the football. Let's get things set.
And look at this. Cam Newton intercepted a 3rd time. Tre'Davious White with a pick. And a terrific return as he takes this thing all the way down near the 20-yard line. Well, that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season, because here we are in December.
Season of giving.
Right, it is the season of giving. Maybe for his own sake, after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating certain amounts to charity for each interception that he threw.
Trying to shake off the interception, he'll look to throw, eluding the pressure right. And that one is incomplete. And it also concludes quarter number 1. Alongside Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin, it's the Falcons in possession to begin quarter number 2. They've got it 2nd and 10 to start things out. Coleman now trying to run inside, but nothing there. And now we'll get a stoppage here. There appears to be an injured Falcon on the field. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside.
And the Panthers bring in their nickel set as they try to defend here on 3rd down.
5 defensive backs.
Let's go. 1, 9.
Kaiser now. And this is going to be incomplete.
Well, that was certainly an aggressive call and an aggressive play. Instead of just going for the 1st down, took the shot in the end zone, went for the touchdown.
And on 3rd down, they said, forget about the sticks. We want 6. And Myers able to knock it through. And the lead extends. It's 15-0. So they had great field position, but a 3-play drive that actually goes backwards, and then they kick the field goal.
And I think the key sequence in there, the key phrase you just gave us, a 3-play drive. Had the momentum, great field position, unable to move the football.
That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. Carolina getting set to take the field. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. And finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See? Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
So now Cam leads the Panthers up following the sack. Carolina facing 3rd and long. Back to throw, Newton. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Deion Jones, the linebacker. That interception sets them up beautifully already in the red zone.
And you can hear it all the way up here. Oski, everyone turned to block, find a spot, and now they're set up inside the red zone for their offense.
The Falcons averaged 34 points a game last year, tops in the NFL with that powerful offense, and they're already looking for more here as they've got it 1st and 10. Incomplete. He was hoping to get that one to Tevin Coleman in space, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
Sometimes the coverage is so good, no matter what you're doing on offense, you just can't shake anyone free. They try their best to find someone open, but they took away every passing alley, every angle, and shut the play down.
Shift together here from the D-line. Throwing again is Kaiser on 2nd and 10. They almost had it. The big D lineman nearly had an interception. Instead, it falls down incomplete.
You're down 2 touchdowns. You just know defensively you absolutely have to come up with a big play. That nearly was one right there.
Looked over at the sideline immediately after the drop and just saw the dejection. They felt it. They thought he had it. Unfortunately, couldn't come up with it.
Come on, let's go. Ryan 38. Flex round.
On play action, Kaiser. And this is caught for a Falcon touchdown. Taylor Gabriel with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Falcons will add on to their lead. That's why you've got your star out there. Throw the ball to him. They did.
That's simply saying we don't care what coverage you put out there. He's so good. We're going there with the football anyway, and there's not a thing you can do about it.
Inside the red zone, they go to him. He gets it done. Here's Myers now to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. And the Panthers coming out now. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
Broke a tackle, but not much room there ultimately. Just up past the 25 and no further. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
Well, they did throw interceptions on their last 2 drives, so no surprise at all they decided to start it with a running play. I'm actually a little bit surprised, though, that they got as much out of it as they did.
Yeah, decent little gain. Puts them in a pretty good spot for 2nd down. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away, and now it's 3rd. The Panthers on 3rd down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This will be 3rd and 6. From the gun, here's Newton. And he will find his man on the end route. Complete. And he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a 1st down. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains. On 1st down, it's Newton. Flushed out right. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down. And now a timeout defensively by the Falcons. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter.
Well, he did a nice job keeping his eyes downfield, waiting for someone to get open. But once the pressure forced his eyes down to see the rush, it was time to make a break for it.
Possible run anticipation here as the D-line sandwiches together. Here's Newton now on 2nd down. Going deep for his tight end. And now here is another interception. Picked up by Deion Jones, the linebacker. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line. drive starts with a handoff to Coleman. And able to use his blockers to get this up over the 40. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down. That fits the bill.
To throw is Kaiser. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete. So it can't hang on, and as I watch that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Right, you know a coach said that, right?
Yeah.
Not an actual player. Not any chance at all. Way easier said than done.
On 3rd down, it's Coleman. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1.
They tried to run right into the teeth of the defense on 3rd down, but looked like those teeth were pretty sharp.
They were having absolutely none of it. Stuffed them for a loss.
Yeah, couldn't get any leverage up front and move people aside in order to run the ball.
They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. And that will bounce out of bounds before they can get a return going. Now the Panthers offense, they get set to come back onto the field. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. And he's only able to get it up to about the 2-yard line. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8. From the end zone, Newton. It's complete to his tight end, Charles Clay. And he's out of bounds up past the 15-yard line. They were looking for a cushion from that end zone. He gave it to him. 15 big yards. They go play action here on 1st down. Buying time to his left. Now he's going to throw deep back over the middle. And nearly another interception. They've been around the ball all game. I hate to sound really negative, but at this point, an incomplete pass, almost a moral victory that it's not picked off.
Well, you may hate to sound negative, but that was negative.
It was very negative, I know. But all these first-half interceptions, it's been tough to watch.
Yeah, couldn't find a silver lining in this one. Much more like lead.
And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run. Newton to throw. Escaping the pressure. And he's going to go down. Back at his own 5-yard line. It's a sack.
I'm starting to wonder if this offensive line just simply doesn't like him. I mean, they've given up 6 sacks in this game. He's had nowhere to go, nowhere to run, and obviously nowhere to hide.
And all those sacks in the first half, this is just complete domination. This is Newton off the play fake to McCaffrey. Oh, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10. Now the Falcons offense gets ready to head back onto the field. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to something else.
and maybe try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
They'll toss it to Coleman. He won't find a ton of space following the display of power as he's down just inside the 45. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Here we go.
2nd down, Kaiser. Looking left side, and it's complete. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. It's a pickup of 16 there, and it'll lead to a new set of downs. Now the offense lining up 1st and 10.
Let's go.
Coleman. And he'll be taken down just shy of the red zone at the 21. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Getting had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end.
Let's go.
Kaiser now on 2nd down. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
Those throwing windows get a lot tighter near the end zone, don't they? And here's the thing. You already probably have 3 points in your hip pocket. You force a throw here and give up an interception, you come away with nothing.
Especially tough in the middle 3rd of the field where he threw that one. That is not going to be any help as they dump him behind the line of scrimmage. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And that's going to make it 4th down. The Panthers are going to take another timeout. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. So now here comes the field goal team for the 3rd time today. This is a 40-yard attempt from the left hash. And Myers able to knock it through. And that'll extend this lead now up to 25. So he's been a busy man here in this first half. That's 3 field goals for him now.
Not just 3 field goals, but 3 for 3. So even though this offense has struggled a bit putting it in the end zone, they've still been able to come away with points.
That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. Now onto the field, here come the Panthers. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you've got to figure if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk, this is a big decision here.
He'll get 10 there all on his own, but it'll be 2nd down.
And we have to give credit to him for buying time and extending the play. But you know there's some really upset defenders on that one. They thought that they had him. Instead, he was coated in Teflon and got away.
On 2nd down, here's Newton. Oh, he's able to outmuscle him here as he pulls it in. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense, as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. On 1st down, Newton. He's going to float this one deep right side. And this is taken in at the 5. A big play there just before halftime. And even 50 yards. We often, with Cam Newton, talk a lot about his legs. Don't forget about that arm.
He can throw it on a rope. He can loft it. He's got the touch that's been developed throughout his career. But the big part about just watching him throw it, it seems almost effortless.
Flush to his right. And he's just going to throw this one out of bounds here. Nowhere to go with it. Incomplete.
I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, it's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
And the 10-year vet knocks it through the goalpost. And high fives for that one as that drive ends in 3. So a field goal here, they're still down, but they put a dent into that lead before the break.
And that's got to feel good because now they've seen that they can put some more points on the board, and that gives them a whole second half to get back to where they want to be, and that's in the lead.
So we are at halftime here in Atlanta with the Falcons out in front. As we'll send you down to Orlando where Larry Ridley has our EA Sports halftime report. Larry? So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. That'll be taken in the end zone. And heavy contact. He is knocked down hard. So out come the Falcons now. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. Here's Coleman. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down. Now they'll bootleg it with Kaiser. Eluding the pressure right. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. K1 short. In there to make the sack. He buries him for a loss of 10. So a tough spot for Kaiser. The sack, and now it's 3rd and long. Play fake. Kaiser. Throw left side complete. It's Harris. It'll be a gain of 12, but it will also lead to 4th down.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there? Freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
This is away and a very good kick angled for the sidelines. And this will be up to the ruling of the side judge here. He says it crossed out of bounds at the 16-yard line. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. They were able to get the stop defensively. Now a chance to turn that into points on the offensive end.
Can you imagine what the grease board looks like at the half? Because
no, tell me.
That's exactly what they printed up. Stop them on defense, get the ball back for our offense, and go downfield and score some points. Now, the last part remains to be seen, but they got the first part done very well.
Do people use grease boards, or you mean the magic marker boards?
Yeah, those two.
No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4. The Panthers on 3rd down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 4. Play action. It's Newton. Steps away. And he's got his man. It's the tight end Clay. And 15 yards there on the catch and run.
On any given pass play, you never know exactly where your exit points are going to be. On this play, he was flushed to his left, still on the run, able to accurately throw the football for a nice first down.
Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. Now Newton on 1st down. Quick hitter here. It's complete. No gain there on the completion. 2nd and 10. Now the old pass completion for no gain, not something you want to call up out of the playbook too often.
Yeah, most offensive coordinators don't have that on their play sheet, so they've got to go back and scramble after this one. But right now, with what they're telling receivers about making sure you take care of the ball in open field, sometimes the fighting for extra yardage doesn't come as a result. That and good tackling can lead to no yards gained.
He completes it to Julio Jones. And that one good for 16, and the drive will continue. And until that point, we haven't seen Julio Jones. That's hard to believe here this late in the game.
And no one more frustrated then Julio Jones, because receivers feed off of catches. That's their fuel, and that's also their affirmation. He hasn't been getting much of that in this game, and their team is losing, and he wants to have a better effect on the game.
Just the first connection, Ryan to Jones there. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be second down.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
And here comes play number 6 on this drive. Draw play as Newton gives to McCaffrey. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral, also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
Now a first down throw for Newton. Dancing to his left. And this is going to be caught, but they'll say out of bounds. So it's incomplete. The intended receiver was Corey Brown. And that'll bring up second down. And now a timeout defensively by the Falcons. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. 10 yards still left on second down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be taken down at the 34. Just a gain of a yard there, and now it'll be third down.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
Now a play fake, and it's Newton. Flushed out right. He can run for it, and he will. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. Newton able to use those legs and get past the marker to pick up the first. So an instance there of Cam being Cam. We know he can use his legs.
And with that big body, it's hard to get him down, even if you get a clear shot on him. Plus, he moves it a lot faster than what people think. And boy, does he have fun playing the game of football.
He'll be brought down at the 21 after a pickup of 4.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive. And once again, they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short game.
Shift together here from the D-line. On second down, McCaffrey. And this time not as successful as he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a third down and 6. The Panthers on third down. 3 for 7 so far in this game. This will be 3rd and 6. From the gun, Newton escaping the pressure right. It's caught, Jones. And he's able to pick up the first before he's brought down inside the 5 at the 4. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Well, just play after play after play on this long drive for the offense. They'll run it now out of the gun. And after the good gain last play, this time they say, as he's going to be stopped behind the line of scrimmage. He already has 2 sacks to his credit. Now another tackle for loss.
And you know how you can always identify who was supposed to block him? They're the ones helping up the person who just got knocked to the ground with the ball, right? Whether it's a running play or a pass play, they've got to figure out a way to slow him down. Maybe you chip him with a second guy. Maybe you just out-and-out double him. Maybe you make sure you take the ball and throw it as far.
And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. A great effort there with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Panthers, they're able to draw a bit closer. And they will line up now for the 2-point try. Here's Newton. This is caught. And he is not going to get in here. So the decision to go for two does not pay off as they're unable to cut any further into their deficit. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. Atlanta now coming out on the field. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, I feel like you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
Still third quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
The completion good for 3, and it's second down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
To throw, Kaiser on the screen. This is Coleman. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. A good job defensively to hold that to 4 yards, and now it's third down.
In order for a screen pass to break big, a lot of things have to come together and be well executed, but all it takes is one small thing to go wrong and keep it from being a big game.
Back now here on EA Sports. It's the Falcons. They've got the football. They've got the lead as we get set to start the fourth. The Falcons on third down. They've had their troubles. Just 1 for 6. This time it's 3rd and 3. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he's got the first down as he's up to the 45-yard line. They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the fourth as it was way back in the first, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
Kaiser to throw it. Pressure comes in. He's brought down. It's a Panther sack. K'Wan Short in there to get him his second sack now of the afternoon. The defensive line disperses a little bit here, maybe expecting a pass.
Come on, let's go. 1, 9,
On second down, they'll try and run the counter. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. It'll be a loss of 1, and they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long. Off the play fake, Kaiser. He's going to look deep for Perriman. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down. Well, they haven't had a whole lot of success in the passing game here. Now, in the second half, he's thinking, I guess maybe just take a shot deep.
I think you're right. Almost looking for a bailout, isn't he? Can my receiver go up and make a big play for me? Can I create a penalty downfield, maybe pick up an interference call and get that yardage downfield? Anything trying to get going again, but you're right. He definitely took a shot.
That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And the Panthers will have a 1st and 10 from deep in their own territory. The Panthers offense here, they get ready to head back on the field. The drive begins with a run by McCaffrey. Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. They stay on the ground. McCaffrey again. Oh, and now he bowls him over. McCaffrey with a first down and more. And he's brought down after a good gain. That good for 22 and a first down.
Well, plenty of credit has to go to the guy carrying the ball. He broke the tackle and gained the yardage. but that doesn't necessarily mean that the defender's bad. They're not going to make 100% of the tackles all the time. Even the best in the game will miss one occasionally. The key is not to let it snowball and miss tackle after.
And my goodness, another interception. Tre'Davious White with a pick, and his crew will take over at their own 45-yard line. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offensive coordinator, quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2. They will run again with Coleman. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well.
Well, I don't think there's any question, Brandon, at this stage, the stop troops, the defensive guys, they got to use their 3 timeouts here. They've got to stop them and get the ball back.
Yeah, if you're in that 2 to 3 score deficit window that they're in now, you got to get it ASAP.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Stop them, use your timeouts. Easier to move the ball on offense without timeouts than to stop them on defense without using them.
No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. Try to throw here. Kaiser. Harris has it over the middle. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. The Falcons on 3rd down. They've struggled to the tune of 2 for 8 so far. This is 3rd and 4. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he gets the first down here as he's taken down at the 24. Give him 11 yards that time and a new set of downs.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now, I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call a timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get him behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. Give him a couple on the scramble. It's 2nd down.
Yeah, he only gets a few yards on 1st and 10, but he's better off doing that than throwing an incompletion or even worse, an interception.
Let's see what the offense comes with here. 2nd and 8. Kaiser here looking to throw it. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. It's the Pro Bowler Luke Kuechly that picks it. And he'll bring it all the way back just a yard or 2 shy of midfield. 2-score game here in the 4th, and that pick, it kind of keeps the door ajar, doesn't it?
It does, and you wonder about their strategy because with a 2-score lead, you would think maybe you're just sitting on it and trying to drain some clock. It's almost like they felt like, hey, we've got a good cushion. We can keep pressing it. It ended up costing them.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And this one's incomplete. Here's tight end Clay, the intended receiver. That'll bring up 2nd down.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. you're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. Man open right side. It's the tight end Clay. And he'll be taken down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That one goes for 24 yards. On 1st and 10, Newton. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Deion Jones. in there to get him, and that's sack number 6 for him on the year. Possible run anticipation here as the D-line sandwiches together. Throwing is Newton. Forced out to his left. Throwing left side, it's complete. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10 to the 7. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense, as he'll stop it with 13 seconds left to play. And now the offense operates in the red zone. They'll try to run with McCaffrey. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. And what are the whistles for? Timeout. So they'll stop the clock here in a game that's been decided in the closing seconds. To throw on second down is Newton. Flush to his right. And he is into the end zone for the touchdown. So they still need a miracle with a clock where it's at, but they get one piece to the puzzle done.
Still have hope.
Well, they knew a lot of steps had to happen here. They got step one, the touchdown. You need a two-point conversion here, don't you?
You do, and as you continue to look ahead, if you're able to get that, somehow get the ball back and get another score, they have to go for two again. That's why teams are practicing multiple two-point plays.
We saw that in Super Bowl 51 with the Patriots getting a pair of big two-point conversions. And they can't connect. Incomplete. That stops the clock with 3 seconds left, so probably one final play here in the second quarter, barring a penalty. Very short kick. This will be taken by one of the up men. And they will start out in great shape, up very close to midfield.
Any return that gets you to midfield is a great return. One first down, and you're almost in field goal position.
Here's Coleman on the toss. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 47. And, Charles, I think when the schedule comes out, all teams...